there. The head against the McCall's eye again. Both men hurt by the clash of heads.
Interesting second round. That's a real tactical round.
There's a jab to the eye, and he closed it a little bit. That may have been where that eye started squinting.
So we start the third round, and that second round really was a tactical kind of round.
And there we have the punches. Look at how close that second round was.
Lending credence to your 10-10
well,
score.
I thought it was very, very close, and the numbers would bear that out. Well, there's Seldon using his jab effectively in the uppercut. He is more of a combination puncher than McCall, obviously.
That was a very good jab right there. He didn't follow it up very well with the right hand, though.
McCall is going to have to get off first more in this bout. Seldon's jab is really effective. I mean, that is a weapon that must work for him, and it has tonight.
And he's doing more of it here in the third round, as he did in the first round. Second round, he brawled a little bit with it.
Oliver McCall's not landing the right hand. Seldon is keeping his hands up. What will land for McCall is the right uppercut. So instead of throwing the straight right after the jab, the right uppercut, even though it's a risk-taking proposition, would be good. There's a right that landed.
And that hurt him. See him do a little shuffle when he landed that right hand.
And that came because McCall landed a good jab before it. Many people believed Jose Rebalta was a good test for Seldon. I think a lot of boxing people think McCall is an even better test.
McCall never knocked out in his career. 4 losses have all come by way of decision.
And again, as we said, those decisions against some people that you don't have to be ashamed to lose to at all. Buster Douglas and Orland Norris. Mike the Bounty Hunter, who's one of the toughest guys on earth to box, and another early in his career.
And a nice right hand from McCall. It caught Seldon on the way in.
He is so much better when he uses that jab, McCall.
Okay, break.
This is a round in which Oliver McCall might be gaining his first round in his column.
Yeah, Seldon working the jab a little else in this round. And even working the jab off a stiff-legged posture. End of round number 3, and on our cards, an even fight.
Well, this is why replays are so nice. Here's the right hand that we thought really landed well to the head of Seldon, but no, he turned away, and that punch did not really hurt him.
So this is the 4th round now. In the 3rd round, our punch profile shows Bruce Seldon more effective, mainly off the jab.
It's interesting, and I ended up giving that round to McCall, but Seldon was outlanded 12-5 in power punches by McCall, but Seldon landed 19 jabs to McCall's 4 in the last round.
Graziano telling his man, as you look at Al's card, which shows it an even fight, telling his man between rounds to stay at long range, don't let him get on top of you, and box him.
And he thought his fighter lost the last round. He said, you gave it to him.
So let him get inside, let him get too close. This a 10-round heavyweight fight. Bruce Seldon in the black trunks with the gold stripe, the gold tassels on his shoes. Oliver McCall in the white trunks, blue stripe. A very close fight so far. Interesting fight.
He had a different colored trunks. I think they were black, and they asked him if he would mind wearing another color if they provided. He said yes, as long as it's not pink.
Just don't give me pink.
He's happy to accept the white and the blue. Robin Blake used to fight in pink trunks here.
Pink on Thomas also,
yeah,
as you might expect.
Both men a little tentative in this round. McCall trying to get that jab out there, but it's been an underused weapon for him. See there, now he tries the uppercut, which might be a little more effective for him. Good defense by Bruce Seldon.
Pretty soon, all these young heavyweights that we've been watching will start to weed each other out. Talking about making nice right hand that time by McCall, but Seldon bounced right back. Talking about making Mercer Morrison.
A very interesting battle. Of course, Mercer looking at Seldon here, knowing, or rather Morrison looking at Seldon at ringside here, knowing he's a potential opponent. McCall has done a couple of very good things here in this round. Number one, he's been busy. Number two, he has found the uppercut as a decent weapon. As you saw there, he threw the right, then he came with the uppercut. See, there it is. He sees that as a possibility. And even though a lot of these punches are being blocked, Seldon is throwing so few punches that I think Oliver McCall might be taking another round here.
Yeah, not a bad round for McCall, and he jumps on him at the end of the round as well. We'll be back.
Well, this right hand by Oliver McCall, a little better than the other one we showed you, but also shows you that Seldon is turning away from that punch pretty well. A very significant statistic, though. Punch profile tells us that it's the first round in which McCall out-jabbed Seldon, out-jabbing him 10-9, or 10-7, I'm sorry.
McCall wants Seldon to come to him now, and I'm not sure Seldon will do that. But again, Carmen Graziano told Seldon he lost the round, that he's given away the last 2 rounds. Through the first 4 rounds, Seldon a little bit more active, but McCall has been the heavier puncher.
You can see how close it is from that, though. And they gave Seldon a real pep talk, and he landed an excellent right hand. They said, go after this guy, and that's what he's doing, and he just landed well.
Good right hand a moment ago.
But there is danger here because, yeah, there it is. If you brawl with Oliver McCall, you could have some problems. Because he's not timid, and he'll throw.
Be interesting to see what Carmen Graziano has to say to Bruce Seldon after this round, if it continues the way it started. McCall trying to find a home for that uppercut.
Now, he's throwing it from too far out. That's the big problem. Seldon is shaking his head no, but meanwhile, standing there with her gloves up and taking those shots, some of whom are getting it.